the day that they, were releasing it on their website, everything was sold out already, and
Yeah.
everyone was so sad. But for anybody who's interested, I do have artist cards, and I will be
Yes.
releasing them for not an arm and a leg on my website really, really soon.
That's a really
So,
good call out too. Like I think that artist proofs are a whole different like aspect of the game itself. I think I do have one. I'll show you guys what this looks like while we're wrapping up. Like so what's really cool is I'm like blowing up your spot, and I'm so sorry to make this last half of the
no,
thing about it. But you
love
should
it.
go to Ashley's website and you should buy these because they're amazing pieces of art, and they're limited to like what 50 something like that. But they
Yeah,
have these
I
little. Oh,
haven't
sorry.
counted how many I have.
Yeah. But you they're limited. Just know that they're limited. So they do these
Limited.
little things. I'm gonna pop over to our face. There we go. Where they have like the regular printing of the card, right? But on the back, they're blank. So sometimes people will do some sketches. And from what I understand, you've done some sketches on yours as well. So you can own a little piece of custom one of one art from Ashley. So you should support her and go buy those and tag Wizards of the Coast and be like, Ashley is so awesome. Do more work, please, please, please. Because listen, I think that's for a long time my penultimate goal, like my 10 out of 10 goal, was like to work with Adobe, which was here we are, which is really cool. Uh, Now the goal I think is to work with Wizards of like having some form of bonus or art card. I think it's a bit of a far-fetched dream, not to say put myself down, but more of there's just so many artists and it's so backlogged that I'd have to really get lucky with the right art director. But I see so many friends getting cards, so many people within my life getting cards, and I'm very excited for them. Like it's like me living vicariously.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, you said this, but never sell yourself short because you never know who is, watching what you're posting on Instagram or anything. I mean, I have to say, dude, like, I have no idea how they found me, but I will say, like, I'm just constantly just sharing bodies of work that kind of tailor towards like larger scheme pictures, or
Right.
illustrations that show more of like a scene or sometimes just character-based things. And I mean, creating that kind of portfolio for yourself, for anybody who is also just like wanting to share their work freely, but not wanting to necessarily pay for advertisement and stuff like that. I
Mm-hmm.
I still think social media is not dead. And just sharing
It's
your
not.
work constantly, like that algorithm will work for you, and it did for me. So really, like I think that's the only reason why like I was able to get to this juncture of my career and have like that opportunity was maybe they saw like some kind of happy tree, or that they saw like a rainbow and they were like, that's the
Yeah,
girl.
that's it.
So
That's the one.
never
That's
know.
what we had in
So just keep
mind.
making that art, Jacob. I can absolutely see you being a magic artist.
Hey, that means so much to me with you saying that. And Ashley, I have to say, we're out of time for today, but you absolutely crushed this. And I had such a good time. It flew by, I feel like. We were just chatting away, having a good time. I'm going to do something fun here, and I'm going to show people even more ease of access with Firefly boards. I'm gonna screenshot your screen right now, and I'm gonna just put your illustration directly into Firefly boards. I'm gonna I guess transition over here. So I have your headshot here and our little leaderboard. And you know what? You tied with Zadak, which I think is pretty dang impressive. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put y'all right
Cool.
beside each other for first place. You're tied for first place, and this is your first time on Art Maxing. I think that's pretty dang cool. I'm gonna square these up really quick. Maybe do this, but yeah, definitely use Firefly boards, guys. It's super convenient, super easy to use, and we can do fun game show stuff like this, where we can highlight our friends and put them on leaderboards. These little fun, silly leaderboards. I'm like talking and designing at the same time. Or here we'll do and symbol Ashley Dreyfus. Boom.
Woohoo!
Hey, we're on the board, tied for first with Zadak. I'm gonna switch back over to our faces here. Ashley, this was so much fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and showing your creative process to everyone, and being a part of this. For people that may want to stay up to date with what you're doing and with all the cool projects you have coming up, can you let us know where we can find you, and if you have anything cool coming up that you can share?
Yeah, yeah. So if y'all want to stay updated with my work, the best way is definitely through Instagram. My handle is at dreyfus.art. I can see it's displayed here on the screen, all convenient. And yeah, like I've got all sorts of fun stuff coming up. Definitely am working on releasing those magic cards in the next couple weeks. I've been pretty behind, as you know, like signing a bunch of cards and drawing on them is pretty time consuming. So want to like really put some good time into that. And yeah, I'm definitely also planning to do a website drop soon. Hopefully, some new stickers. I'm gonna do some like larger, like 18 by 20 or 16 by 20 posters. So yeah, I'm constantly just kind of doing stuff like that. So stay up to date with me. It's dreyfusart.com is my website name.
Yes, please follow up with Ashley. Stick around with all of their work because you do amazing work. And again, I'm really, really glad that you got to come on here. I'm glad that we got to share the proverbial hot seat together on Adobe Live. And I'm glad that I'm the person that you get to do Adobe Live first with. And I think people really enjoyed it today. It was a ton of fun.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Adobe. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm just so incredibly honored to get to hang out here and draw with y'all. A lot of people don't see the creative process happening like in live time, so it's really cool to get to share on this platform. And obviously, people can rewatch it over and over again too.
Yes,
So
that's a really
fun.
good call out, actually. If you're watching the replay, make sure to leave a comment, like the video, maybe subscribe to Adobe Live to see more Adobe Live, and let them know if you liked this episode, because I would love to do this again. I'd love to bring you back on again, Ashley, and I'd love to do more of this. I see some comments and some hearts in chat saying, nice work, Ashley. Thanks. Great job. Thanks, everyone, for hanging. Yes, thank you guys for hanging, and thank you guys for sticking around. I believe, asterisk, there's one more stream after this. Should be MagDL with On the Spot. So make sure to stick around because that'll be a ton of fun. Adobe Live's not over yet. We're back to our regularly scheduled program starting next week, Monday. So, Ashley, thank you so much for being here. Chat, thank you so much for hanging out on your Friday afternoon, morning, evening, or night, wherever you're tuning in from. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.